Hey, what's up guys, Aiden here. Today we're having a look at Ryan Garcia, who recently got a win over Javier Fortuna in his latest fight, which was yesterday. I just wanted to get this formula out there and let's jump into it. So the stance for some reason wasn't working on mine, so I gave him Kelvin Gastelum. But yeah, these are tweaks that I made. I used the same face template as I used last time, actually, funnily enough, without even looking at the old video. It just settled on that one again, but I think I got it pretty close this time, and I like what I prefer this hairstyle over the last one that we used, and I went pretty hard in on the tattoo, so we'll get around to that as well. Let me know what you guys think of the fight and what you think of Garcia and where he should go next. I think he's called out Gervonta Davis as his next fight, which, you know, that would be an absolute scrap, so let's see what happens with that one, if that comes into fruition or not. So jumping into this one, copy what you see on the screen. So we've got template 22, and then let's start from the start once. Let's go back to head, and then yeah, just follow the sliders as you see on the screen. If you've got an older version of the game, make sure you update your game, guys, because I'm seeing comments on some of my older videos where people aren't able to get the templates to match up with the new one, so that's a bit annoying. I'm gonna have to put out a video for that to try and figure out which ones the old face templates were for the new one. But if you're playing an older version of the game, just make sure you update it to the latest one, just to make sure the face templates are all in the right places. So for the body, yeah, like I said, I've already shown it, but I went for body 5 in the end. There were 3 options that I was, you know, body 4 is another good fit as well. Got body 4, body 5, or maybe body 10 as well. For the rest of the video, I'll leave it on body 4. Should I do that? No, let's keep it body 5. But body 4, actually, in hindsight, I'm like, man, body 4 looks a little bit better, you know. So I'll leave that with you guys. Jumping into the tattoos now. Let's start with the easy one. So the easiest one is we've got left arm, where I've used shapes number 6, and it's orange wrapping around his arm. Press left on your D-pad all the way, and then right 1 tick. And then make a copy of that, and it's the same thing, but it's a black one this time. And you want to press 1, 2 to the right, 2 to the right, and then you want to do the same base layer on the other arm as well, and on the body. So we're using shapes 9, and then again with shapes number 1, and that's just a little skin tone modifier. After that, I use Irizumi number 4 as the dragon on the forearm. So I've chucked a little dragon on the forearm, and yeah, note that I've actually used body hair this time, because he does have some like body hair on him, and it kind of gives the character model a little bit more detail. So I think I might start doing that for my future CAFs as well, where if anyone has a little bit of body hair, I'm just going to chuck on body hair, because it just gives it that little bit extra detail that kind of makes it hopefully compete against the actual characters that are in the game from the UFC devs. So anyway, let me just keep scrolling down through this one, and yeah, jumping into what we're going to be doing next is the shapes number 6, which is the base layer again for the skin tone. And then shapes number 1 on top of that, similar to how we did it on the arms. And then after that, I'm going to go straight to shapes 19, which is for the hairline. So you see how it's got like a sort of rougher kind of, I wanted to just basically fill it in, just make it blend a little bit more. You guys might be able to do a better job there, but basically I just don't like it. Like, it looks a bit like, what's going on there? Like, what's the barber done to his hair there? So let's just try and fill that in a little bit. And on the back side, I've got another one of those. And again, it's just to give him like sort of straight lines. You can leave it as it is if you want. You don't have to do that one. For example, this might want to fade in a little bit, bring it in like so, and then make it a little bit dark, something like that. But I'm gonna leave mine as it was. So after that, you got the animals number 7, which are on the eyebrows. And basically, you just want to go through the eyebrows and just fill them out with these same shape animals number 7 going all the way around on the eyebrows. And then we're going to fill in the eyebrows again with another shapes tattoo on top of that. Whoops, I just moved one of the eyebrows out of place. Let me just go back to where we were. So number 10, scroll down, and then what we're going to do is use the black tattoo on top of that to fill in the rest of the eyebrows. And then under that, we're going to chuck another shader. So look, I got up to about many layers. You probably don't need that many layers. That's probably me just playing around trying to fit the eyebrows in, because at first I was trying to fill them in with animal 7 exclusively. And so I did that with a very small shape. Look, mind you, it's quite small, and just keep going over it. And you want it fully opaque, so all the way to the right on the D-pad, and then just fill in the eyebrows like that. And then what you're going to do, the bit that's actually going to bring it all together, is shapes number 1, which I got like this. You see, without shapes 1, it's kind of it's all right. It looks all right, but his eyebrows are a little bit fuller. So you want to get that circle shape and use the right stick, etc., and get it down to a sort of long shape like this, right? How mine is, and press down on your D-pad, and then you can slot it in where you see appropriate, and then do the same on the other side. Just make a copy of it and just do the same on the other side as well. So that's it for the face, really. Hang on, there's 2 more things actually on the face. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, so I've got these sliders here. So shapes number 9, which is just sitting on the eye, and it just tries to blend in the eyebrow with the eye a little bit more, trying to iron out any like sort of crinkles that are going on with the because of the morphing that we've been doing on the face sliders. Then let's go back down. Now we're going to go down to the body. So focusing on the body, we've got animals number 14, which is this lion, right? And you're going to pop him on the right side of the chest, well, from our view, and just make copies by pressing your left stick in. Make many copies. And what you want to do is, after you've made a few copies, you want to bring one of the lines across to the other side. So basically you're going to have 2 sets of these lines, so 1 on each side, right, like that. And then you're going to put this animals 22 face on top of it, and then just like scale it down and fit it in as you see like appropriate. Maybe make mine a little bit smaller as well, actually, to match the other side, so something like that. And then on top of that, you're going to chuck the which I obviously did later because I spotted it later on, which is the 59 symbol, which is, give me a second, Angels and Demons number 7 goes on top of that, and that's the cross with the angel wings. And then above that we got this thing on his neck, miscellaneous 4, which I've wrapped all the way around to his back. I kind of thought it looked alright, wrapping all the way around. And then under that you want to spell out the words Matthew 22:37. I was going to put the other text on him as well, but I realized it's going to take up too much space, so I just took the first one that I saw, which is Matthew 22:37, sorry. And that's using Gaudi font 5, and just went through and did that. Then after that I've got these Celtic Tribal 11s for the sort of bird that he has, and there's a couple of options. I settled on that one. A couple other options I'll show you. You've got Celtic Tribal 3, which is quite nice as well, actually. It's a little bit more subtle. And you've got also this eagle. You could put this eagle here as well, but in his one it's a bird similar to this bird here, Animals 10. You could also do, but it's just that this one has colors on it. That's why I didn't want to use it. So yeah, those are your options. In fact, I might just, for the rest of my video, I might change it to Celtic Tribal 3 on mine as well. Literally, it was a 50-50 current decision between the two. I'm still not sure. So let me know what you guys do with that bit. Anyway, I'm going to just put mine back. I'm not sure about that. So after that, we're going to go have a look at his back. So on his back, we have a... Oh, no, before we get there, hang on. There's one more thing, guys. On his shoulder over here, I put a sword. Put this sword here. And on top of that sword, I put the words Beast. And I'm not sure what it was on his tattoo, really. I don't know if it was... I don't think it was text. I think it was just like lines around something. But I've done it like that. I just put Beast on there, and it kind of just fills it in, and you can't, yeah, you give it a similar shape to what he's got. Then we're going to the back. So for the back, I start off Angel's Demon number 13 for this tattoo here, which is not the nicest looking tattoo, I'll be honest, but I couldn't really figure out what he has on his back there. So if you got a better picture, then let me know and I'll update my one as well. After that, you want to take these shapes, miscellaneous 14, pop one of them down the middle of his back, pop another one just under that, and then get this sword, again miscellaneous number 16, and you basically just want to slot it in there behind his back, and use L2 and R2 to rotate it if you need to. And then after that, the last bit, which is I'd say probably the optional bit, is to add a belt onto him. So I did shapes number 19. I did 2 of them actually because I was trying to mess around with colors, but yeah, just you only need 1, and basically that's just going to give him a nice little belt to go on top of his abs. If you want to do different colored belts, I haven't tried it, to be honest, because you can see his belly button, unfortunately. So I went for black, and then to get some text to actually appear on it, I just took King of the Ring and I kind of rotated it around, and it just makes it look like there's a bit of text on it. And I did the same thing for his back as well. I'll show you what other option you can do if you have some of the trunks unlocked, but that is a wrap for the technical side of this. So let's jump into the clothing. I went for basic white on the bottoms and on the boxing side, and like I said, there's also a couple of these ones you could use, like old school white, old school blue. They got these texts on them as well, which is quite, you know, it's quite alright. And then you can get rid of the belt if you want. If you have something with text on it, like this Pride one for example, then you don't really need the belt above the waistline. But I went for the plain one because most people probably just got the basic white. They might not have the other stuff unlocked. Splatter white for the gloves I went for. Other options, you could probably do just regular basic white gloves as well if you haven't got the stuff unlocked, or give him UFC gear if you want. Just give him UFC gear and see how it does in the UFC. For the mouthpiece, I didn't really get to the mouthpiece, so I'm gonna give him grills. And yeah, that's a wrap for Ryan Garcia, guys. So if you enjoyed the content, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate the support. Catch you guys next one. I'm Aiden, and I'm out of here. Peace.